guys, Christo Garcia, My Swing Evolution. Yes, we are closing in on 18 million views, and I couldn't be more excited. And my swing's really coming along well. So I've been working on this new video, the Ultimate Swing Makeover. So I wanted to show you guys a little bit of footage because I'm pretty happy with my swing right now. It's looking pretty good. And I want to remind everybody, March 16th is MSC Intensive, March Intensive. It's going to be fantastic. For 8 hours, I am going to be teaching my entire golf system. It is the Ultimate Swing Makeover. So I hope you'll come on down. If you have any questions, email me, Christo@myswingevolution.com. Okay, so let's get into this swing breakdown. Okay, guys, let's dig into my current golf swing. Let's check it out a few times. Yeah, I feel pretty good about that motion. I'm really putting the club in orbit around my center of gravity and just letting it fly. Yeah, trying to catch it slightly on the upswing. So let's review my basic position. So here we see that I have my ball basically playing off my instep of my lead foot. So I want my head behind the ball. I'm basically playing it off the tip of my left shoulder. Okay, so I have a pretty good setup here. What you'll notice is I have a strong grip. Now, I'm hitting my driver similar to most of the guys on tour. You see a lot of strong grips out there. It's just kind of a stable release kind of feeling I get from it. And when you have a really strong grip, you hit it with more of kind of like a hammer fist with your left hand as opposed to a back fist. So you don't really get that kind of bowed look when you have a really strong grip. Like if you look at Dustin Johnson, you won't see that. But let's go ahead and take a look at these positions and I'll tell you what my keys are. So I take the club away in a one-piece takeaway. So we'll watch me take it back low and slow, and I'm trying to keep that club basically out in front of me up until we get to about this point right here. Now, when we look at the club shaft parallel, I am going to begin to hinge my right arm. And that will just lift the club up for me. And you'll see I have a Hogan-style backswing. It's a little bit flat. But the one thing I'm doing a little bit differently is I am straightening my rear leg just a little bit. Now, Mr. Hogan said he wanted to keep the flex in that back leg, but we know from the 3D modeling it looks like he did straighten it a touch with his driver swing. So as I hinge my right arm and lift the club up, let's go to left arm parallel. And you'll see I've got the club working up right through my rear shoulder here. That left knee is kicking in nicely. And because of that strong grip and super flat backswing, you know, the club is pointed skyward. If you think of the face of the club equaling the palm of my right hand, yeah, that's just where it's aiming. But this is a really important moment here. This is when I begin to fall into my left side. This is the beginning of my transition. That left knee is going to work out, and I'm going to get in a good squat position here as the arms start to slot and come along for the ride. So here it looks like I've got a lot of lag stored up as my lower body begins to turn. My belt buckle is at the ball right now, and that lower body engine is going to continue to drive and turn, which brings my arms and shoulders around to the ball. I'm going to begin to drive at this point with my knees, my running at the ball move, and I've got lots of flex in that right hand. That's the claw. That's me saving that last part of the whip to this moment here through impact. And yeah, the stronger grip lets me feel a little bit more powerful. It feels kind of like a sledgehammer. You know, I'm just driving a nail right into a wall with a sledgehammer at this point. But I'm still driving. And what we'll also notice is, this is a very important thing that I'm feeling lately, is I want you to watch my left knee. As it begins to straighten here, that is also going to help sling this club as I'm pulling my left arm around in that push-pull motion you've heard me talk about. I'm going to drive the ball straight down towards my target. Looks like I have a good release here. And I just allow the club to work around my body and the momentum to carry me up onto a balanced left side. So yeah, I think that's a pretty good swing, and I hit the crap out of the ball, which was awesome. So let's take one more look, and I want to point out my head position. Okay, so I'm going to put a square up here on my head, and we'll take a look at this real quick. Yeah, so there is movement of the head in the golf swing, but we do want to minimize it, because essentially the club is swinging around on a plane that our shoulders are creating, and it whips around the base of our neck. So keeping a steady head is a pretty simple way to try and keep that location. It's like your internal GPS, you know, so that you don't lose it out here. Because my gosh, you're going to be swinging 100. I swing like 110 probably. Yeah, so you'll see me keep a steady head as I turn around. I coil into my right leg. Now this is the interesting thing to me, is the head is essentially going to stay in the box. I do fall left there, and then I'm going to create a little bit of space. The hips move forward quite a bit, while the head essentially stays in the box. If you notice how far my left hip moves, you can compare it to the shrubbery behind me. How far does that left hip go before it stops? That's a pretty decent move with the lower body. That's why pros have rear spine tilt at impact. There's a good solid hit. And I rise up to my balanced finish. So guys, these are my swing keys that I'm working on in my golf swing. I hope you'll come out to the MSE Intensive, which is March 16th at Eaton Canyon Golf Club. It's going to be an awful lot of fun. I think that the code has been cracked. So I hope you hit them long and hit them straight. So let's cut to the chase. Here's my old golf swing. And here's my new golf swing. Five years ago, I started a YouTube channel, and I wanted to improve my golf swing by using Ben Hogan's 5 lessons. Well, guess what? It worked. And along the way, I picked up over 8 million views on YouTube, and I learned how to shoot under par. Unbelievable, right? Well, the great news is I have a brand new instructional video called The Hogan Code. In this video, I break down everything that I learned over my long journey to learn to swing like Ben Hogan. And now you can learn the very same techniques that I used to become the golfer I always wanted to be.